Check, mic check, 1, 2.
Yo, is this thing on or what?
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Platform Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Dex. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us a follow. Leave any comments in there. Let me know who you want to see on upcoming shows. And today we got an awesome episode. It is episode 72. I'm sitting down with a Montana boy.
Yes, sir.
One of the originals. Former college football player, influencer out here in Nashville, transitioning to DJ, and he's really kind of doing it all. I mean, working with brands, collaborating with everyone, doing everything. We're sitting down with Kaleb Winterburn. How's it going, man?
It's good, man. Yeah, it's good. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad that you could take the time. I know that we've been talking about this in the works for a little while, and then you got a little busy, had to go take a couple trips, go do some DJing stuff, which is good news. So, but yeah, I mean, we got a lot to talk about. Kind of your upbringing of everything that you've done, and kind of been through a couple different facets of life already in your young life.
Yeah.
Still mid-20s. I mean, you got a lot to do, and
technically 21.
Technically 21. Yeah. You're just always 21.
I kind of came up with this thing where nowadays, mid-20s, like whatever age you are, you're actually 5 years younger.
Okay, I honestly
just
could agree
where
with
we're
that
at in the world, like financially, just everything that's going on. I just feel like I'm not 26. I'm 21.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So then last year you weren't even 21 yet.
No, I was drinking illegally.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that's fucked up. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot to talk about just from everything that you've been through, transitioning in a little bit career-wise, and then a lot of this influencer lifestyle stuff, which I feel like is so foreign to a lot of people, while at the same time being so present to everybody because everyone is on social media all the time and having to be with social media themselves, whether it's for their own company or the company that they work with, whatever it may be. So
definitely.
There's a lot that goes into it. But to get started, man, tell listeners, viewers, a little bit about yourself, how you came up, and then give us something in the music industry that you're loving right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 26 years old and
21.
Yeah, 21. Technically 26, but I go by 21. But yeah, I got into influencing kind of on accident like 2 years ago. I grew up in Montana, and I kind of just didn't really know what I was getting into, and I was part of the Montana Boys, and now I'm just trying to figure out what's going to work for me in the future. And it's a lot of fun because, I mean, it's a full-on entrepreneurship job at this point, and I like it a lot.
100% full-on job. I mean, even I look at stuff like this alone and how much time just running a podcast takes out of your day and your week. Yeah. But to be running a full-on brand as yourself, I can only imagine.
It's fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a commitment.
Yeah,
it's not
for sure.
Everything it's made out to be, that's for sure.
So you guys have only started that shit 2 years ago?
Well, that's when we graduated college years ago. Moved down here.
Dude, I felt like it was way longer than, and being that it's only 2 years is kind of even more crazy.
Yeah, we moved down here in February of 2024.
Okay.
Graduated college December of 2023. And Mark and Cade and I were just kind of like, you know what, fuck it. We're going to take a chance and move. So we did, and packed our shit up and took a 3-day road trip down here, and then, started then.
But what made you guys pick Nashville?
We thought it was kind of our niche. It hit our niche with content. Mark and I were really just posting videos on at the ranch, at my ranch, seeing Jason Aldean and Luke Combs. We're like, you know what, Nashville would be a good spot for us to do that more.
It's a perfect spot if you think about it that way. Yeah.
So we came down here on a visit. We visited Scottsdale. That was another one we wanted to look at, and because my brother lives there. But I mean, it was pretty obvious we wanted to come here. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did. We got to meet, obviously, a couple years ago, and then been hanging out.
Been a pleasure.
All the time. Well, I don't want to say all the time, but I see you quite frequently.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, tell me a little bit about Montana, because I know absolutely nothing about Montana aside from watching Yellowstone and seeing how beautiful it looks there, and just looks amazing as far as
Yeah.
as the lifestyle and everything for it. But growing up on a ranch and just kind of what your life was like growing up, the hard work that comes into running a ranch, and then just the lifestyle in Montana.
Yeah, I would say I'm probably a little biased, but I would say Montana is the best place for me to have grown up. You have everything you need, and you know nothing about what you don't have.
Yeah.
Like if you,
Like you're not corrupted by the other shit.
You're not corrupted by anything.
Yeah.
You're like there's innocence to being from Montana because everything starts on the coast, and like I was wearing skinny jeans till 2023. I didn't even know what camo cargos were.
Yeah.
Nobody did. The only reason we started wearing them is because our friends from California we played with like brought them back after Christmas one year or whatever, right? So it's like it was there's I don't know, there's a level of beauty of just being innocent to the world.
Yeah.
And it was nice to grow up in that environment. We didn't know really, we're the last to find out about trends. We're you know, so far behind fashion wise, like I said. There's just not a lot going on, like trending wise. But I mean, it was super nice because, you know, people had very similar beliefs and people had similar values. Everyone was invited to the cookout.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a very welcoming environment from my experience.
How big was like the town that you actually grew up in?
So I grew up in Helena, Montana, which is like
Okay.
City population like 30,000, surrounding area like 70.
It's the capital, isn't it?
It's capital.
Yeah. I know my geography.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, and I had a certain level of freedom that like a lot of kids don't get to witness. Like if you grew up in, you know, Brooklyn or, you know, somewhere in LA, you know, you got to take a 2-hour ride to get out of town.
Yeah.
I could literally go 10 minutes to my ranch, invite all the boys out. We have a bonfire and, you know, just pretty much do a bunch of legal shit at 16. And
Yeah.
I mean, looking back on it, I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it was super nice to just have that level of freedom and kind of just be, you know,
Able to be a kid.
Yeah.
In an extent. Yeah.
without a lot of repercussion too.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, the best.
Yeah. Does that kind of stuff help you kind of focus on like the sports side of things too, where it's like if you have a little bit less to do than being in a city and being able to get in kind of into some of the trouble that you can get into in some of these larger cities, like if you were in a New York or a LA or something like that, do you think that kind of helped you focus in on the sports side of things?
I would say yes and no. I would say yes to this. I honestly, no, because there's so many other distractions.
Okay.
You know, like we're all kids. We're all, you know, when you're 15, you go to workouts in the morning in the summer or whatever, but the rest of the day, you don't want to go work or you want to, you know, go hang out with your friends, go to the river.
So what was like a day-to-day like for you on a family ranch?
So like ranch wise, like it depends on the year, right? So, or not the year, the time of year.
Okay.
So all summer, you know, spring. Okay, we'll start in the winter. Winter, you want heavy snowfall. Because that brings better crops in the summer because more runoff, more water.
Okay.
Right. So winter, December, it's a lot of maintenance. You're getting ready for calving season. And then January comes around, calving. Mostly, everyone kind of calves a little bit different time, but we calve like January to March, April. And then we would brand like early May. And then you start focusing on the crops. Then you have to cut the hay, do all that kind of stuff. And that would take, you know, pretty much all summer. And then you bale the hay. And then in June, we would take the cows up to the mountains. It's called a cattle drive. I'm sure you know what that is.
Yeah.
But we'd take them it's like a 5-6 day ordeal.
Where you're legit like herding them on horses, everything.
Yeah, no, I started doing it when I was probably like 5 years old. I'd be on my horse. His name was Pal. And we'd start at the ranch and we'd move them. You know, it'd take 5-6 days. And you're on a horseback. You start on the highway and then you get up in the mountains and then, you know, you go through some pretty crazy terrain. Yeah. But yeah, you legitimately go on a cattle drive and then you let the cows graze all summer in the mountains on your land. They eat the grass and whatever. And then you bring them back in the fall and then you feed them the hay that you cut in the summer all winter.
Wait, so what's like the goal of that? Is just to
sell.
feed them and fat them up, and then then you're selling them
and
for
everyone
the meat?
sells at different ages. You know,
Yeah.
every ranch is a little bit different, but you know, like we sold 400 calves. I want to say right before I left, we sold 400 calves in like would have been early February.
And that's just like in 1 year. That's what you're selling as far as
Yeah,
Jesus.
ranching is not as like Hollywood has romanticized ranching.
yeah.
Like insane. It's not what it's made out to be. Like you're working 365 days a year to really turn $50,000 profit. Mm-hmm. Every ranch is different, but you're making a lot of money. But you gotta think about you got equipment. Like, and this isn't cheap equipment. You're buying
I can't imagine any of that ranching equipment is fucking cheap.
Yeah, you're buying a $700,000 tractor.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so you're constantly dealing with pivot brakes. You're constantly dealing with fences going down. Like, there's just a lot of things that you have to pay for. So, I mean, you're working basically year round for, you know, not a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's kind of why ranching's dying.
Yeah. But that became like a part of your lifestyle all growing up where, I mean, I feel like that's going to drive work ethic for you to an extreme where.
It taught me how to wake up.
Yeah. Waking up early. That's it.
I mean, that's, in my eyes, that's like a huge part of discipline, just waking up.
Yeah.
Because if you can get up, you can start your day.
Yeah.
So like my grandpa, we would, all summer, you know, we'd wake up at 5:30, we'd smell bacon. You know, he'd be making bacon every single day. And he was already up, you know, ready to go. Mm-hmm. And I'd wake up with my brother or whatever, 5:30-ish, and he'd be like, all right, let's go. Sun's not even up yet. And
Time to start the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like those days would go, because if you go to the mountains, you'd be gone from, you know, you'd leave the house at 6:30, you get back at like, you know, 9. Mm-hmm. So 13-hour days, not really making shit for money, but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
It definitely helped me learn a lot of discipline.
That's awesome. Yeah. I literally, my mom was a dairy farm girl. My grandpa had a dairy farm. So it's like I've birthed a calf.
Yeah.
That's it. Just one. One time I did it, and it was like I just happened to be at the farm when they were doing it.
I mean, it's a birth. It's not like
it's fucking crazy though.
It's nuts.
Like, but yeah, then that's really the extent of it from my end of things. Of like, I mean, they would be milking cows and stuff like that, but they're not going that extreme where they're driving cattle all the way hundreds of miles to another spot just to kind of get them ready for the summer and everything and get them ready to sell. So it's, I can't really imagine how much work that is and how much time it is consuming. And then obviously when you're thinking about like the rewarding part of it, you would think would be the revenue from it, but then to be not making that much from it is crazy. Yeah.
It just comes down to how much you like love the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's why ranching is dying, because nobody loves it. Mm-hmm. So all these, you know, ranchers are getting bought. My grandpa actually he just won a court case last week.
Really?
It's going on for 4 years. They were trying to take his ranch for a bunch of different reasons, and he won, thankfully. But, yeah. Because he didn't want to sell it for less than it was, or he wanted to sell it way less than for what it was worth. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't get subdivided into like, you know, a couple new neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And so it kind of became this mess with taxes and stuff. So he pulled out of the deal, and then he got sued, and it was a 4-year thing because he just wants to keep it a ranch. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, cattle industry is dying and beef is getting scarce.
But somebody else wants to buy it and turn it into something else. And
exactly. Like if he sold it for what it was worth, it'd get bought up by like some
development company. Yeah.
But if he sold it for a fraction of what it's worth, another rancher could, you know, work his whole life to pay it off, basically.
Yeah.
So,
damn. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you're going through all that growing up. Obviously, you're playing football in high school and being a kind of a star player. I looked up some of the stats. You had some crazy fucking numbers in high school. What's it like being a star of a Montana school, and then what kind of looks were you getting starting in high school?
I mean, just to be honest with you, Montana football, it's not as competitive as a lot of places. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like I live with a kid from Memphis. I watch his tape. It's like, holy shit. Like,
and he was from there?
He's from Memphis. He was playing 6A Memphis ball. Like, this guy, he's a stud, right?
Yeah.
Like if he was from Montana, he would be the best player in the state.
Yeah.
Right. But he was just some kid that got like a couple D2 offers out of Memphis because it's so over recruited. So Montana, it's like, not hating it at all, but just the talent, it's just not the same. So like,
You're basically saying you're not that good.
But I'm saying the competition isn't the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was, football, like any other really place in the country, is football is the omega of all sports. So it was fun, being a star player in high school. But
Did you play anything else? Or was football the only thing?
Yeah, no, I played basketball, but I blew my knee. So I actually blew my knee when I was 13.
Damn, that is.
I know.
I feel like kind of unheard of.
Kind of rare. That's what my doctor said. He's like, yeah, we're actually going to wait to do surgery for 2 years because your growth plates are closed. So I tore my ACL when I was 13, but I didn't get surgery until I was 15. So I played without an ACL for 2 years. And then once I had surgery, I kind of quit playing the other sports as much.
Yeah.
I played baseball, basketball, ran track. But towards the end of my senior year, I was just playing football and running track.
Yeah, I've literally never even really heard of it that young. I mean, I feel like it happens to so many people in high school, and then obviously when you get into college and pros, you see it fucking every week in sports where somebody's tearing something, unfortunately. But to do it at 13 is wild.
No, my doctor, he was like, yeah, this is very rare.
How'd you tear it?
In football, in a game.
Okay.
Yeah, I like 8th grade. I was playing small fry, like pee-wee football. Tore my ACL.
That's kind of wild. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so then you ultimately end up coming to Montana State. You're there for a year. You go to Montana Tech.
Yep.
What's it like kind of playing in the college level? And then obviously like, NIL was kind of just starting when you were there.
Yep.
Were you getting anything from NIL or did that kind of get you into some of this content creation?
So like I got offered to play at Montana State. I committed. Mm-hmm. To hit on your first point, I was a little fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Because I was going through a position change. I played quarterback in high school and I played safety at Montana State. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Mm-hmm. So I kind of felt like, I was a little in over my head, football wise. But I mean, the environment I love the environment, the culture that Coach Choate made at Montana State. I think is still there today. He really believed in the things he believed in and he enforced them. And if, you didn't meet those guidelines, you got kicked off the team, and that's what happened to me. Mm-hmm. So, but I love my 1 year at Montana State. It was a blast. Made some good friends, and, that community of Bozeman was just awesome. But,
yeah.
So NIL came around when I was at Tech, and Montana Tech is like an NIL level, pretty small school. So we didn't really see NIL money, like the Alabamas and stuff. Where
out
the gate, they're getting like, their players are getting a couple $100,000.
Yeah, and a car.
Yeah.
Especially at Bama.
Well, Texas got the Lambo deal.
Yeah.
That's just
Where
crazy.
they had it like lined up for the players. Yeah.
But we didn't really see that money. I think now they are a little bit more just because like it just take like I said, it just takes time to get to those like smaller schools, middle of the country type of thing. So I didn't really see any NIL money. Nobody did. And honestly, it didn't really affect the content.
No? Were you like doing anything on social media really at the time or no?
No, I always thought I was cool because like I got a couple hundred likes and shit. But
yeah,
I didn't know. But we didn't even know what fucking social media was. We'd watch our FYP or whatever, and then one day we just accidentally posted a video that went viral.
Wait, so were you guys were all at Tech together, right?
Yes. So Mark and I, we were friends in high school.
Did you guys go to the same high school or just like neighboring?
No, he's from he was a Class C kid.
Okay.
So like he was playing 8-man football.
Damn.
Yeah, he's from
because that's what Montana has out there. Like there's such smaller towns and like residences and stuff.
Yeah, it's like I think there's like 5 or 6 states that play 6-man. So like like both my cousins played 6-man football. So they got a center, a quarterback, a running back.
And a receiver.
And like one other lineman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how they play football. And Mark played 8-man. And then he transferred his senior year and he wanted to come to where I was at. So he hit me up. He's like, hey, should I come here? I was like, absolutely. Like, we're going to fucking be the best if you come. He went somewhere else. We became friends. And then we both committed to Montana State. Mm-hmm. And then I got kicked off the team. And then I went to Tech. And then a year later, same shit happened to Mark. Mm-hmm. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to come to Tech with you. And then we were roommates off the bat. And then, we were just best friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then you guys start making a little bit of content together on accident.
Yeah, so what happened was, I mean, how the Montana Boys really started was we just set up a phone in the yard. We were playing Beard Eye. We were shirtless. And it was Olivia Rodrigo, Good For You. Like, it was a trending song at the time.
Banger.
It was a banger.
Yeah.
And then we just were in a line and just, like, went through not knowing what we were doing. And it ended up, getting, like, 70,000 likes. And we were just like, oh, fuck. And thankfully, because he's like the best looking guy of all time, he helped out a lot. Because once that video got like 20, 30,000 likes or something like that, this girl did like a deep dive of like who was the guy in the blue hat.
Yeah.
And that was Mark. And so then that video went viral. So then like the video we posted ended up getting like a couple million views or whatever, like 1 million views. And which was crazy at the time, but it was just because Mark was just so good looking. And they're like, everyone was like, who's the guy in the blue hat?
Just trying to figure out who Mark is.
was.
Yeah.
And so then we got 70,000 likes. We were like, let's just try this again. Mm-hmm. So then we just did a similar vibe video, and they just kept getting,
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Likes.
Yeah.
And pretty soon it got to the point where we were like, wait, we can make a living off of this. We tried. We got like our first brand deal with this flag company. Yeah, they like send us like we got to pick out some flags. I mean, it was stupid, but that was like our first like brand deal.
Yeah.
We got like a little bit of commission off of the link that we had in our bio or whatever.
If you really weren't expecting it at first, it's not like something that you would look back at now and be like, you know what, this is what we're gonna do for our career.
No,
and then to kind of stumble on it like accidentally, then did you guys kind of realize after that immediate first video that it could be a thing, or how many more did it take until you guys were like, yo, we can turn this thing into being full-time influencers?
It took us to kind of get the panic mode of where are we going with life? Because right before our senior year of football, Mark and I knew we were going to graduate in December of that year. Mm-hmm. So we're like, okay, well, we kind of have we had like 60,000 followers on TikTok. Like, we kind of have a following. Like, Mark, we didn't want to go work our 9-to-5 jobs. We both got degrees, but I didn't want to go sit at a desk.
What was your degree in?
Construction engineering.
Okay.
So, I'm glad I got it, but I'm glad I don't use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like March or April of that year. We're like, we should try to see if we can make it on social media. Mm-hmm. So I remember the first video we posted, like it was some, pretty lame video we posted like in the locker room, and it got like 13,000 views or 13,000 likes, which is good.
Yeah.
Overall, like people would want to get that amount of likes. And then we just posted again and again. And we were like, all right, we got to post twice a week, every week. Mm-hmm. And we did that. And then by the time we got to somewhere, we were at like 190,000 followers or something.
Basically doubled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tripled it. Yeah.
Tripled it in like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then I think by the time football season came around, we were at like 300. And then we kind of like didn't really even post during football season because we're focused on football. Mm-hmm. We all took that pretty seriously. And then we moved to Nashville. Mark started dating Kirsten, and then
it's really, yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah. I mean, I guess from like the social media standpoint, like especially while you guys are still in college and playing football and really not knowing what you were doing to start, like when you guys were making all the content that you were doing, were you guys kind of studying all the current trends, or were you just going off of just shit that you guys thought would hit?
I mean, we were just copycats.
Okay.
I think everyone,
whatever was hot at the time.
Yeah. I think everyone that does content that like does that kind of content where it's, you're not really bringing your personality into it, you're just doing trends or like whatever like that. I think that it's just, everyone just copies each other.
Yeah.
We started a couple of trends and other people did it and they would get good views and likes and they would start one and we'd do it and it'd be the same thing.
So when you started seeing some of the success where you're getting thousands and thousands of likes and thousands and millions of views, do you guys kind of feel a pressure to just keep recreating and keep producing at that level as far as like analytics go?
100%. Yeah. I mean, that's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Like, once you see those numbers, you're like, well, we got to keep it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's addicting.
I could imagine.
Like you wake up I remember the first video that really blew up. went to bed. We were like, because you'd post a video sometimes. We're like, we don't know how it's gonna go, whatever. Million views overnight, like, and your phone just blown up, and like, it's a dopamine hit. It feels good, but not a lot of substance to it. So it's like you kind of got to find that where you're not necessarily like getting what you need out of what you're doing.
What's like the devil's advocate to that, where you guys have posted stuff that then doesn't do well, and then the feeling that hits for you?
Yeah, I mean, we were, if you really want to break it down, we were pretty much, we were just sexualized, basically. I mean, that we
just
were
hot dudes, shirts off.
Like, if we weren't good looking, we would not be where we're at.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's kind of nice to know you're good looking, though. It's a little pat on the back.
Shout out, Mom. But yeah, I mean, shit that wouldn't work, we just try it again.
Yeah.
Just do something else. And that was kind of coming from Montana, it's a pretty conservative place in the country, and, not a lot of outside the box thinkers when it comes to, expanding and chasing your dreams. So, we went through a lot of like, oh, fucking nice try. Like,
yeah,
oh, this is so cringe. And
just a lot of haters. Yeah.
But Mark, I'm just glad we had each other, all three of us, and we could just, not care, because we were like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're still living at home in Montana.
Yeah,
so.
like, we didn't really care.
Yeah. Now that you guys have got some traction, obviously, over the years, which is crazy. And like I said before, I mean, I figured it was longer than 2 years.
So we actually, our first video was the blue hat video I was talking about. That was 2021.
Okay.
But we didn't
take it seriously.
We posted like until 2023. We posted like 13 videos or something.
Okay.
They'd always blow up.
Yeah.
But we didn't really post.
Yeah.
We like didn't know what we were doing. We were scared, whatever.
Yeah. But then now you look at it as it is your brand, and you as a person, all of your pages kind of have to emulate you as your brand because you've blown up in that way.
Right.
Do you find it difficult at all to kind of always stay on brand and be this person, or is it pretty easy for you just because it is actually who you are?
Yeah, I think I kind of created a brand that was just myself. So, I like to work out. I like to golf. I like sports, hanging out with chicks, stuff like that. The things that I actually like to do is kind of what I incorporated into my brand, whether that's on Snapchat, Instagram, or, whatever platform. But no, I don't find it hard at all because, I can kind of be a degenerate in real life, which I am. But I am I'm open on that side of things on social media too. So I'm not like if I was a Christian influencer, I'd probably struggle a lot with like, how do I act? Yeah,
because then all of a sudden people see you at Barstool and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, this guy's actually fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's a fraud.
Exactly.
No, but that's kind of what I figured just from knowing you. Like, I see all of your stuff on social media and I'm like, oh, that's actually who he is. But then you see so many influencers where you're like, there's no way that that's actually what they're like. Like, you can just tell that it's kind of forced. So I feel like that is the way to do it. But at the same time, like, there's so many people that just sometimes have to force it to.
Yeah, I think what I think is people, there's different niches. So like the people that force it, they really, like, their main focus is short form content, and they're putting on like an act for 30 seconds to get views, to get clicks, whatever, to get engagement, which I can respect because, that's what they want to do. But if like if you're going to be genuine and you're going to be like who you are as your brand, you like want to focus more on long form content. Yeah. Because that's where they really see your personality and that you're not putting on. Yeah. But the guys that don't do long form content at all is because their brand is just a 30-second clip. And you don't really have to let people into your life as much. Where like you're talking about, where people are seeing you work out, seeing you be a degenerate, like that's you actually letting people into your life and them seeing what you actually do and who you actually are. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's what I want to see from people I follow, whether it's DJs or influencers or whoever else. Like, I want to see the real you. Yeah. Yeah, and be actually let in. Because I feel like me particularly, like, I can kind of sniff out the fake shit, and you can be like, oh, well, this is not who you actually are. So why would I be interested? So yeah, I can't do it. I can't do I've tried. I've had spurts of like, I'm gonna do this I'm gonna be this guy on social media.
Yeah.
But like, it's my heart's not in it.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't do it.
Like,
So,
can you even post it at all, or like stuff that you've tried and you actually have posted and you're like, damn, I can't do that?
no, I posted a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm like, it's just so draining because it's not who I am. Mm-hmm. And so I can't do it.
Yeah.
But that long form is 100% the new wave of, and honestly, streaming is
Yeah.
the new wave for success when it comes to social media.
Have you ever thought about getting out of the influencer lifestyle, or do you think that it's something that you're going to be able to continue to make as a career of yours within this creative side of things in the industry right now?
Yeah, I have definitely thought about getting out. There's been times, when at the beginning when we were getting paid, a lot of money out the gate for really no reason. I mean, honestly,
Like, just being real.
I mean, to be honest, and there was a time when we had done so many brand deals and we had made so much money that we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
We were getting paid, as much as basically a teacher salary to post a video, but we were so new to everything that we didn't know how it was going to go. Our manager, would try to help us through things, but there'd be months where we didn't see any of the money.
Yeah.
So we moved down broke, right? Just out of college. Overnight, we had success, whether that's for good or for bad, but that's what happened. And then we had no money. Mm-hmm. But everyone, we'd go out to like Jason Aldean's bar and there'd be like a line of people to take a photo. But we had no money. So it was weird. And like I had a little bit of an imposter syndrome of just like, why is this happening to me? Like what's actually going on? Like, it was just kind of a weird place. So like it was overwhelming. And there was definitely times when I thought that, is this really for me? Because not having any money in the bank, but like people want your photo is a weird thing to have happen to you.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, people are probably looking at you like, damn, he has all this money.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But it took time. It took literally like 6 months till we like actually were like comfortable with the amount of money.
Yeah. How quick did you guys get a manager? I meant to ask that before, but obviously, like when you guys are starting this and you're getting all this traction on social media, like when did people start hitting you up to be like, hey, you need to get a manager?
Back when we were in Montana. Like
really?
Yeah. When we had like 150K, I think people started reaching out, like smaller brands. Or not smaller brands, but smaller agencies.
Yeah.
Started reaching out to us. And we thought we were fucking gangsters. Us three would be sitting in the car like on some business call thinking we're just the hot shit. And
like, hey, we got you a deal with Abercrombie coming up.
Yeah, well, we actually didn't get a legitimate brand deal until we moved here.
Okay.
But we thought, we were in college, like, to the girls and stuff, like, yeah, we got a business call, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Like, shit like that.
No, sorry, I can't talk right now. I got a meeting.
Exactly. But
You're like, dude, I'm just on a phone with.
We had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
Like, at all. And it was like a huge deal, like in my friend group and like with my family, because I mean, that's when like the business side of it actually started. It's like my brother would sit on the calls and he'd like try to help us out, try to help negotiate and all that kind of stuff. But we signed with a real manager. Once Mark started dating Kristen.
Yeah.
You
kind of needed one.
Yeah, like the next day.
Yeah.
Like our phones were blown up when that happened.
Yeah.
So then we got a manager, I would say probably like 2 weeks. We did a couple negotiations with a couple of them and just, try to see what was the best fit for us. And with a company we ended up dropping. But yeah, it was about 2 weeks after Mark started dating Kristen is when we got our first management.
So how many doors did that open as far as like the brand deals and the collaborations? And then obviously like earlier you were talking about how you had that flag company send you guys stuff.
Yeah.
But looking at it now, it's like you have to be so much more protective of your guys' brand and only kind of working with companies and brands that do align with the direction that you guys want to go.
Right.
So how did that kind of work once you guys get these managers and everything that they're pitching to you? And are you just saying yes to everything at the time because you don't have the money, or are you still looking at it like, no, that doesn't work for our brand?
Yeah, I think originally it was definitely where's the money. Mm-hmm. That was really the only thing we cared about at the time. We're new to the game. We didn't really know anything about influencing. We didn't know anything about the industry, about really the world at that point. So we just wanted, if they offered, X amount of dollars, we were probably going to do it.
Damn.
If it was big enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much where we were at. And I think once we realized that there was a lot of sellouts, and we kind of didn't want to become that. It was kind of when we decided we'd start saying no to different brands, because I mean that's what a sellout really is, right? Is somebody who's just doing shit for money, even if it doesn't align with like what they believe or what they want to, identify as.
Yeah.
So that's once we had the capability of saying no is kind of when we decided to start saying no, because I didn't want to be a sellout.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when that started.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you guys were doing that, I mean, obviously, if you look at some of the stuff that you guys did at the earlier portion of this side of your career, you would look at it and be like, damn, if I could go back, I would change that because it didn't help our brand, or it might have even hurt your brand as opposed to just not even helping it.
Yeah, I mean, I think with any business, there's trial and error, and there's a bunch of lessons learned along the way. But I wouldn't change any of it.
Nice. Okay.
There wasn't like
there's nothing that was just like that extravagantly bad where you're like, fuck, like that really set us back.
I mean, there was a couple situations that definitely didn't help us progress in the right direction. But it wasn't ever like, shit wasn't keeping me up at night about like, should we do this? Should we do that? Like, it was just kind of like, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing, to be honest. So,
I mean, you talked about Mark, Kristen Cavallari. I've seen a couple pictures of you going around with Miranda from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. What's going on with that?
Yeah, Miranda is an awesome girl. She's a great mom, and what you're referring to is probably she took me to Dancing with the Stars, back in a couple months ago. But we live in different towns. It's hard to create a relationship when you're not with each other. So she's a great girl, and I think I'm gonna see her again eventually. But no substance to it right now.
Yeah,
at all. Yeah.
Are you single right now still?
Yeah. So that was actually kind of the thing. Was Miranda and I were talking. We were in different towns, and then I kind of got myself into a situationship. Mm-hmm. That's over now. It's pretty fresh, actually, just over. But so now I'm back in the market or whatever. So
since you're on the market, I'm sure some DMs are flying in. Since all this has happened, who's the most surprising person that's slid in your DMs?
The most surprising person that slid in my DMs actually added me on Snapchat, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
would be Corinna Kampf.
Okay,
you met her.
I did?
Didn't you? Yeah, you did at Barstool when remember I think Skis was playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I did not even realize that was her.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
I would say she's the biggest I opened my phone and it was new ad and it was like Corinna Kampf. I'm like, what?
You're like, how the fuck did she even get my Snapchat?
Yeah, and then I accepted it and there was already a text.
Yeah.
Like waiting. She was like, what's your number? I was like, send it to her. She calls me instantly. She's like, I want to see you. I'm like, what? So I think she's kind of an industry plant. Like, I don't even know if she's a real person. But
she is AI.
Yeah, she might be AI. So, like,
because I've seen the videos of, like, her with, like, Bronny in them. That's, like, the one that went, like, viral of, like, her, like, standing next to Bronny, like, talking to him and shit.
Yeah, I mean, she's just everywhere with everyone.
Yeah.
But it was just weird because, like, growing up, as, like, a 17-year-old, you're like, oh, this chick's so hot. Mm-hmm. And then she adds you on Snapchat and she calls you. Like, you hear her voice, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that was probably the biggest what the hell moment with a DM for sure.
But single on the market now, so.
Single on the market.
The DMs are open.
Well, I'm going to text you back, Miranda.
Well, yeah, let's talk about this little bit of football before you were an influencer. Recently, Montana State actually just won the national championship this year.
Yep.
And they actually got to do it right here in our backyard at Vanderbilt.
Yep.
A stadium that you actually frequented all this year while our boy Diego Pavia was chasing a Heisman Trophy and getting snubbed from the college football playoffs.
That was bullshit, wasn't it?
Yeah. We had that whole week, you kind of set us up at Barstool, got us in touch with the Montana State fans.
Yep.
And those fuckers came out and partied every single night of the weekend. And they were a great time.
They're the best. And I remember Chase telling me, he's like, you didn't tell me that all they drank was light beer. Because then you guys sell out of light beer completely.
I've never seen our cooler like so empty.
Yeah.
We we order so much shit just because, like, obviously in Nashville you have thousands and thousands and thousands of tourists coming every single weekend.
Right.
To the point that, like, our stock is always just, like, overflowed. We literally got, like, drank out of beer that weekend that they were here.
Yeah,
it's
drank
fucking
out of
insane.
Bud Light,
Coors Light, Busch. I don't even remember what else we,
Busch.
like, had. We, like, picked up other beers, like, for them.
Yeah, shout out Montana State.
Yeah.
You guys know how to drink beer.
Boozers.
Big time boozers.
But yeah, you guys have Billy Idol, Moni Moni,
Yep.
is like the team song.
Yeah.
And I had to tell every DJ that weekend that played, and we had DJs on the entire
every 30
week.
minutes too, right?
Dude, literally, I was like, play it every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
And they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, dude, just do it. They play it, and I'm not kidding, every hour on the hour, it was like it was the first time they heard that song in their life. Like, ecstatic, singing every single fucking word.
Moni Moni.
And just screaming it.
Eat shit, Grizzlies. Go, Cats, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Montana State has a great tradition with Moni Moni, and I think it's a lot of schools' song because it's super easy to just say Moni Moni, eat shit, whatever, school's your rival. But I mean, yeah, I've been hearing that song since I was like, 8 years old at cat games.
That's so crazy. What like, how did that even come apart? Is there a history of how that song came about and became theirs?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I feel like it's just so random, like to just have a random ass Billy Idol song become your school's song.
Yeah, I don't know how Montana State fell in love with Moni Moni so much, but yeah, it's a good tradition, and the Montana State fans, every single time they hear it, like you said, it's the first time. Dude,
it's literally like an electric factory in there all weekend. It was so awesome, and like you'd see the reaction like right away when the song would drop. Where it's like they just all the same people are still in the bar. Like they heard that song an hour
locations. They're like at the same table.
They were literally there the whole time, and it would come back on, and it was just like joy in their face, and they're like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like
fuck the
this
Grizzlies.
DJ's awesome, and they're like, "Fuck the Grizzlies!" Like,
well, that's the funny part about Montana is there's no DJ culture up there at all, like none.
Okay,
and so if they hear a song they like, that DJ's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all you need.
Yeah. In reality, there's a lot more to actually being a DJ. But in everyone's eyes from Montana is, they play a couple bangers, especially some 80s throwbacks.
It's awesome to see that kind of environment and just what people can come into town and just party. Yeah. But you see like the energy from the crowd when you're playing a song like that. Yeah. Obviously, from you playing football, like you see the energy from a crowd when you bust a big run or throw a touchdown pass or whatever it is. And then obviously you doing content as a social media influencer, you end up getting that kind of feedback, whether it's in the form of likes, comments, reposts, whatever it is, and you get that energy from people. Do you think that you kind of have always been like an entertainer at heart, even if you may not have even known it? And then now transitioning into this DJ, and it's just kind of always been in you to kind of be an entertainer. Yeah,
I would say as far back as I can remember, I was always just, the class clown. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that kind of boils down to being an entertainer. I like to make people laugh. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Entertainer's a big word. There's a lot of different kinds of entertainers, but I've always liked to kind of be, in the mix of making people feel good or laugh or...
Yeah, you've always been charismatic. You've been easy to talk to. I mean, ever since like the first time that we met, we had no idea. You didn't know me, and you were super nice to me. Where it's not everybody does that. Not everybody has to be. Right. But yeah, I mean, I always see that kind of stuff, and I'm like, damn, this is cool. Like you're a good dude that is outgoing and charismatic, and obviously a good looking dude. And then it's like,
thank you.
You're able to just come and hang out and just blend and mesh with whoever and turn a conversation into whatever it can be.
Podcast.
Yeah, into a podcast. So, but now you're getting down to this other career path and kind of transitioning into this DJ life.
Yeah.
What made you pick DJing?
I mean, really, the moment I decided I wanted to give it a try was I was in Vegas for the Gladiator 2. Like, they did this Sony, who produced the movie, this huge, Halloween party for Gladiator, and for whatever reason, Mark and I got invited, and we were at XS's club, and I remember pointing at Marshmallow because he was the one DJing, and I was like taking a video, and we were with all the Love Island people and Harry Jowsey, and we thought we were like our shit didn't stink, We were fresh out of college, like, oh, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I took a video, and it was everyone in it, and then at the end of the video is Marshmallow, and I point at him, and he happened to be looking at me, and he points back, and I was like, that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And I remember like 5 minutes later, I looked down at Mark, I was like, we should become DJs. And so that's really when I was like a year and a half ago.
So this was before Waste Management of last year when like we talked about it.
Yes.
Okay.
This was like 2-3 months. Yeah, this was a couple months before that.
Yeah.
Looked down at Mark and I was like, yeah, dude, we should become DJs. And he was like, dude, yes, we should. And I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more of where that's gone since then. But yeah, that was basically like the initial.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try that.
So did you have a background in music at all growing up? Like, is there any family members that played instruments or anything?
No, I'm not our family isn't very gifted when it comes to music.
That sounds so fucked up to say it like that. Oh, when it comes to music, all right, yeah.
No, I would say, yeah. I wouldn't say not. I would just say when it comes to music, there's nobody in my family that like stood out other than my brother. Mm-hmm. He was a rock star on the piano. He was composing songs at like 12.
God damn.
And like he could play one for you that he wrote by himself when he was like 12. Like my brother is
a little Mozart, huh?
Yeah. He was the music legend in my family, but he thought it was nerdy.
Yeah.
He wanted to, play football.
So then did he like give up on it or
Yeah.
Okay.
But looking back, I think he wish he didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking badass.
Yeah, that's always like my biggest regret is not like my sisters and stuff played piano, and I'm like, dude, if I could go back in time right now, that's the only thing that I would do is learn how to play piano because
it helps you in so many different things.
Everything, dude. Everything.
Yeah, he was like playing. Like I remember, I was literally probably like 10. Like I didn't even know how to play anything, and Lenny was playing like "Stronger" by Kanye West on the piano, just ripping. And yeah, I mean, he would we'd have family gatherings, and everyone would be in one room, and he'd just be shredding the piano. And I'd just be like out in the yard with my cousin playing catch, like I'm gonna be in the NFL one day, that kind of mindset. But then he didn't really think it was cool, so he quit. But no, I personally sucked. I played the trumpet. It was fucking awful. Like I was the worst trumpet in the band. Not even close.
Because you just didn't practice enough, or what?
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like the music didn't click for me. Like I didn't have enough autism. No, I'm just kidding.
You only had a little bit of it.
I had a little bit, but I didn't have enough to make all the notes like make sense.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do the whole thing. And I played the piano. I got like level 2, 3. My brother was like on level 15 after like 3 months. I just wasn't gifted at all. But I always thought in my head I was.
Yeah.
Because like I listen to songs and I'd be like, oh, like, counting beats or whatever. And then I kind of wanted to get into DJing, and then I realized that there's a lot more to it than just, press and play on an aux cord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you came over a couple times, walked you through like a lot of just like the basics of things. And then obviously pretty quickly, I mean, you got into your first gig.
Yeah.
Tell me about like the first set, because I know every DJ is always like, oh man, like my first set, like I sucked my first set. I wasn't ready for this, first set. And just give us a little bit about the experience of your first set.
Yeah, so my first set ever was I was opening up for Summer Rae.
Yes.
And that is part of the reason why Mark is no longer a DJ with me.
Yeah.
So literally right when it started is when it ended for me and Mark as a DJ duo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember because it was at a place called Basin Brunch. And it wasn't what I would have wanted my first set to be because it was like a ticketed event. Mm-hmm. There was VIP tables. There was, I want to say like anywhere from like 2,000, 2,500 people there.
Because it was a big outdoor venue, right?
Big outdoor venue.
Yeah.
And I literally didn't know what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
Like at all. And I remember getting up there. I knew how to mix the 10 songs I was going to play. But it was my first time playing, or maybe my second time on like an actual CDJs, like the A9. Like it was the first time I'd ever actually been up there with pressure. Mm-hmm. I remember walking up there and I'd never shaken before.
Yeah.
Like I always have a pretty sturdy hand, but I was actually like this.
That's so crazy to me. Like for you to get nervous after everything that you've done and like playing college football and just like all this kind of stuff and being like in front of all of these people that are always kind of like famous and in the limelight and you just kind of being able to talk to everyone and then the nerves that it would hit for you to just DJ. Which feels like it would be like the simplest thing for you.
I had lost complete control of my like body. I'm not even kidding. Like I wasn't even there. And like my football coach would always say is you don't rise to your potential, you fall back to your level of preparation. And so that's I think why I was so nervous was because I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Like whether or not I have great potential in the DJ world, it was I had to ask the guy that was working on the equipment what to do. Mm-hmm. And so like, I was just super nervous and I was walked up there shaking and I just fucking pressed play and I just mixed like 10 songs. And by the end of it, I was like, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
I got definitely, fucked up or whatever, but it was a good experience. And then summer went on after me. And, I thought I was the fucking man.
Yeah.
For like an hour or two. I was like, but yeah, it was a really good experience. It was a little bit bigger of a venue and there's a little bit more people there than I wanted there to be for like the first time. Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if it was like a couple hundred, but there's literally.
I mean, that shit's a way bigger show than the majority of DJs start for their first time.
I know.
It's crazy.
So yeah, I'm thankful that I got to do it, but it was definitely nerve wracking.
Yeah. So what do you kind of take away from a situation like that? Like obviously you're talking about like not feeling like you're prepared and then getting ready for all of these next gigs that you have. Was that something where you just kind of locked in and like that competitive nature kind of took over where you're like, all right, cool. Like I need to figure this, and this out.
I think the biggest thing I took away from that was one, the being preparedness that like compared to my last show, I wasn't really nervous. Mm-hmm. Definitely like had some butterflies, but I knew that I was going to be good, like spinning or whatever, Mm-hmm. But I would say, cause the whole DJ culture, that whole lifestyle is like, very, alcohol induced and drug induced. And I think that first show showed me that like, you don't need to like be super drunk or be on any sort of drugs to just like go have a good time DJing.
Yeah.
And I think that was opened my eyes a lot to like, just let the adrenaline take over and, just go have fun with the crowd. It's not like it's not so scary where you want to be so fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just taught me that I don't need to be fucked up to like go do that. Mm-hmm. And it kind of taught me like maybe a couple beers or a couple shots is perfect. It's not what you need. You got to stay dialed in and you want to stay loose. And
yeah, I feel like for the majority of DJs, there's like a sweet spot almost
100%.
Where it's like, all right, I'm feeling good. I'm at that point where it's like, I'm loose, but I'm not too fucked up that I'm going to struggle on this
Yeah,
set.
you're not going to accidentally hit pause with your elbow. Or
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You want to be, I just call it being in the pocket,
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You want to find a pretty deep pocket, but you want to stay in it.
Yeah.
And like, because that's the thing is like you get up there and you're tense. Mm-hmm. That's what happened to me is like, I felt in my traps, like my back. Like I just wasn't.
Just tight. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wasn't like loose.
Yeah.
I was just really tight.
Which like looking back on it, I'm sure everyone in the crowd can like see that.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm literally up there like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But it was my first time, so that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's all learning experience. 100%. But yeah, I mean, you've done a couple shows since then. You went to Garth Brooks, played their rooftop over here.
Yep.
I know that was a pretty good crowd for it. I had a couple buddies that were over there, and I saw videos and stuff like that too. But then, I mean, you were just out in Mexico.
Yep.
Playing with Student City, another one that was a huge crowd for that.
Yep.
What was that experience like, being able to kind of already get out to another country and put on a DJ set for a bunch of people?
I mean, the whole reason it happened was because I got hit up in December by Student City, and they gave me like 3 options. They're like, you can either come out for the week, enjoy it, post, be an influencer, pay for the trip, all that kind of stuff, or you can come DJ. Mm-hmm. And then also stay for a couple days or whatever. And I was like, I needed to put pressure on myself because I know that DJing is where I want to go. And so I told my manager, I was like, let's just book the DJ. It gives me 2 months to practice. So then literally like the next week, I just started practicing for Mexico.
Yeah.
Like early January. And and then, I was finally prepared enough to like be confident to walk up and just, there was 1,600 college students all wearing the same color. It was a whiteout party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even realize that from the videos. Yeah.
It was it was crazy because like I went down there alone. My friend missed his flight, it got canceled or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he shows up like 5 minutes before I go on. So what happens is I get picked up by my driver at the hotel, show up to the dinner. There's like the guys at Student City there, and then there's like 8 chicks and a couple of their like boyfriend guys. And I'm just like, I'm by myself. And like I haven't DJ'd for a couple months. And they're like, oh, here's the DJ. And they're like, oh my God, you're the DJ. You're the Montana Boys. Stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah. Like it was just kind of weird. And then we leave dinner, pull up to the club. They don't have a back door. So it was a huge line, right? And then my fucking face is on the wall right there. And I get out of the car. And I was like, oh, that's the DJ. And I was trying to play it cool, like, oh yeah, what's up, boys? Like, whatever. But in reality, I'm, by myself, like kind of scared and, kind of make my way in the venue. And then we get to the green room, and the green room was massive and freezing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and it was just me.
Yeah.
I was just like, I didn't really care. It was just me. It was just like a weird experience to go through all of that and then just go sit in a cold green room, like with no alcohol.
I think that's like a perfect representation of so many traveling DJs, though. Yeah. Is that like you see on social media and all this stuff is like, oh yeah, like it's a party all the time, it's all this. But behind the scenes of so many guys that travel, it's a lot of being alone. Yeah. Like whether you're going back to the hotel, you're on this flight, or all this stuff, like you're in prepping music. It's a lot of time where you're just sitting with yourself.
100%.
And then obviously then when you're at the club, it's like now you're life of the party. Yeah.
It's kind of a weird transition because like in football, you're with your team and you have hours to warm up and you have each other's backs and it's a whole team thing. And I've never really, I was a skier growing up and that's something I did alone, but to be alone and then to perform is like a whole different experience.
Yeah, where everything is just on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was literally by myself. And then, people came to the green room eventually, it was a little party, but like being by yourself to then performing in front of a couple thousand people with like a bunch of people behind you, surrounding you, like all this pressure, it's just, I don't know, it's like 0 to 1,000. And I don't know. I'm definitely gonna get used to it, but it was kind of weird the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that completely. Yeah. Because there's so many times, like, even just this past weekend, I'm in Florida and it's like I go to all these spots alone, but then it's like you're in the DJ booth with fucking 20 people.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because it's like you kind of feel like a recluse for a little bit because you've been alone.
Yeah.
And then you're like your social battery just spikes and you're supposed to just be like,
I like to say like all the time that I'm like an introverted extrovert.
Right. Yeah,
like I fucking love being alone and just like chilling by myself.
Yeah.
And then I also love being out with all my friends and all the boys and just being like immersed in that party. Yep. But then it's like you get done with that and you're home from the club at 4 a.m. and it's like, dude, all I want right now is to be by myself.
Yeah. I feel like I had two different lives. I'd have one live when I was just by myself more and I have one live when I'm not.
Yeah.
Because like you're so much more efficient. You like there's certain things you can do when you're alone that you can't do when you're with groups. But then being with groups, I'm the same. Like I'm like, this is the best. And then after I'm done with the group, I'm like, I want to be alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like there's not enough hours in the day to have enough alone time and also be
to do friends. Both. Yeah. Do you look at it like with your DJ career kind of popping off the way that it is already? Do you kind of think that you were ahead from the social media influencer side of things, where it's like, I look at it and I think you kind of got a head start because you already had the following built up. You already have your own brand built up around you.
Yep.
You obviously have the music from being able to follow trends and everything on social media. And obviously you're always just kind of listening to music, whether it was through football or through social media. So I look at it as like you having such a head start versus the majority of just normal DJs, where it's like a lot of these guys don't know what to do with social media, or they don't even want to post themselves. And they could be great DJs. They could be awesome DJs, but they don't have that other side of what it takes to be an awesome DJ, where it's like you already have that head start because if you post that you're going to DJ somewhere, you have thousands and thousands of followers that are going to see it and come out and see you. Where as a venue booker for something like what I do, that's what I look at. I mean, you're looking at people that are going to come out and fill a room. And that's something where then I look at you and I'm like, fuck, dude, that's a no-brainer. Versus this guy who may have been DJing for 10 years, but has 2,000 followers and has a shit social media and isn't going to bring anything to the table aside from being a good DJ if the room is already like packed.
Right. Yeah, I kind of look at like from your perspective as being a booker or like a promoter, like these clubs want to make it an experience every night. Mm-hmm. They want to have, because I mean, really at the end of the day, what you want people to be like, oh, that was fun. Mm-hmm. That was a good time. That music made me feel good. But really anybody can play music, but it comes down to like, how packed can the room get? How much money can people spend? So like, I would say getting booked. And I think, people just have to adapt and learn how to like grow their social media accounts.
Yeah.
Because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like there's thousands of DJs that are way better than I am. Just the fact that I have more followers than them, I might get booked before them.
That's why I think it's the craziest thing where it's like so many DJs like to hate on a lot of these like social media influencers that are transitioning to DJs. And it's like, bro, you can't hate on them because guess what? They're selling tickets and they're bringing hundreds and hundreds of people out. Yeah. And you're not. So it's like,
I know.
You can't be mad at it.
It's kind of a weird dynamic.
It is.
Because like, I understand where they're at and like, respect to them for being good DJs and putting in the time and, following their passion for sure. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta adapt to the game. Yeah. I mean, they can hate all they want. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm just, trying to make my bag.
It's here to have fun.
Yeah, I'm just here to have fun.
No, I mean, I've obviously worked with you, and I appreciate like the effort that you put in to actually get better at your craft too. Which I feel like that's one of the bigger things that that a lot of the DJs look at is like, oh, these dudes like they just come and show up and they suck and whatever. But it's like, yeah, but you actually care. Like you're trying to actually turn this into a career and get better. Right. Versus some of these guys who are just like, they don't give a shit. They're going to show up and never, ever get better at DJing and still be the same.
Not get rebooked. Mm-hmm. Like I've had, guys like you and other people in my life that have like, this is what you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. Don't be like this person. Yeah. They got booked for, X amount of dollars and, it was awful. Yeah. They're never coming back.
Yeah. I mean, it's something like, where it's like, it ends up being something that you have to kind of prove yourself even more.
100%. Yeah.
Because there's that extra pressure from DJs or from consumers that are there where they're like, oh, like he's an influencer, like he might not know how to DJ or whatever. Yeah. And then it's like, if you come and you exceed their expectations and are actually good, then they're like, oh, fuck. Like you kind of blow them away even more.
Yeah. And you want to show respect to the game. Mm-hmm. Because like, I would view it as very disrespectful if some guy with 500,000 followers came in and didn't really care about the music, didn't really care about what was going to happen and how the vibe was, and got paid $50,000. Yeah. That's just disrespectful to what, DJing is. Yeah. As a culture. So
yeah, that's like the biggest thing that people get pissed about. Yeah. So yeah.
You're getting paid $50K and you fucking suck. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. Mm-hmm. So.
Which is awesome. That's all any DJs are going to want to hear. So yeah. You're already going to be on every DJ's side, I feel like. Let's go. One of us. No. With all that in mind, what would you kind of say to a lot of these DJs that are out here grinding, but they just don't have that following to be able to be sought out by like a lot of these venues that they might be wanting to play or events that they want to play?
Yeah. I would say like that just makes me think like Justin Bieber. Mm-hmm. Like he's a generational, literally 1 in a trillion kind of, personalities and talent. And the only reason he was even discovered is because he posts on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So it's like for those DJs that want to be discovered or want to, get booked is they have to learn how to post. Because, what you got to do is you got to find what your identity is as a brand, what you want to stand for. Like if you're just a straight DJ, figure out how you can like break into the DJ scene on social media, like certain edits or certain drops or visuals or whatever. Because I mean, if you're a DJ, your brand should be DJing, really.
Yeah.
Right. If that's what you're trying to make it as. So you just got to figure out how to like, basically go viral.
Yeah.
That's a trick to go viral. It's just going viral.
Yeah, that's something I've talked about to Austin about, like SOPA, where it's like trying to find stuff that he can post that also still like aligns with his brand. Where it's like,
right,
yeah, you're a DJ, but it's like you also do stuff outside of DJing that you can turn into content. Whether it's like you in the gym because you do like to go work out and like you have this personal training background, where it's like, dude, you can post content of you in the gym with like the songs that you're loving right now to play in DJing. And it's like, that's the kind of stuff where you're able to kind of bridge the two together and make it into something that can create content. And obviously there's a million different other things that you can do, but there's so many ways for these DJs to create content. It's just the fact that like the majority of them are just too scared to do it, or they just don't want to do it.
Right.
But it is a necessity. I mean, if you want to grow at all, you have to be on social media.
Adapt or die.
Yep.
It's coming to.
Yeah, 100%. What do you have coming up here? I mean, do you have anything on the docket right now as far as upcoming gigs?
Well, gig-wise, I'm actually going to NASCAR on Sunday. I'm going down to the pit. Yeah, doing that. And then, trying to get my foot in the door with NASCAR. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun. Because then you're playing,
you got to hit up Mojo. He works for NASCAR.
Who's Mojo?
DJ Mojo. He plays everywhere around here. He was on the podcast like a couple months ago, but he works for NASCAR and he has DJ'd for them.
I feel like DJing for NASCAR would be fucking like it'd be super fun, but it'd also be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's semi aligns with your brand. I mean, you get kind of like, I feel like that kind of crowd is what NASCAR is, of like a lot of like ranchers and country and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get like the fucking degenerate rednecks too. But I feel like it would be somewhat aligned to your brand, where it's like if you were DJing it would fit.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think I could go in there with like the mindset of like, I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. And I think like they would respect that. Mm-hmm. Like you're playing, remixes that you would never play anywhere other than
a NASCAR race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that'd be fun to get in with NASCAR. I'll definitely hit up Mojo.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and my manager and I are trying to, do something there. And then really, yeah, my focus is turning into long form content. Mm-hmm. Because I think everyone that like does social media, they kind of have to ask themselves like, what makes you stand out? What's your difference, right? Like, what makes you different from everybody else? And until you figure that out, you're gonna have a hard time like being authentic and growing. Because like the whole lip syncing thing that we started out doing, it just wasn't who I was. Like, I'm grateful for how far it got me, but that's just not who I am. I'm not, I had this kind of negative connotation of like lip syncing. It's like it's not cool.
Yeah, you just rather sing because you're a good singer.
Well, yeah, I wish. I wish I was a good singer.
I'm gonna try and bait you into singing something for us.
No shot. But so like the long form is like I can really lean into my personality, because I feel like having like relatable personality and making people feel good, and that can be a superpower if you use it right.
Dude, I feel like that goes such a long way with getting real fans, like real people that will follow you and enjoy you for who you are.
Right.
So
100%. And I think that's where I'm going with it. There's a lot of moving parts that come with that. Like I had a filmer and we had a falling out. Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff will happen. But yeah, I mean, that's the goal, is long form / streaming.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're not going to stream in the future, I feel like you're gonna have a hard time. Making any sort of money with brands and kind of staying relevant. I think that's the wave, is live streaming. Yeah, you get long form content, you get authenticity, and you get an hour, 2 hour long video.
So break it down for me of like what you're looking to do, because as far as like for you doing long form, are you just looking at doing like vlogs of day-to-day stuff? Are you looking at doing long form of like full recordings of DJ sets, or what are you looking to do?
I want to incorporate the DJ, like say I have a show in Dallas, right? I want to be able to document what that experience was like that I had, so everyone else can watch it. Like we were talking about going to the green room by myself. Like that is something I think people would like to see, of like you're doing that, and then you're in front of 2,000 people, and you got 13 girls behind you. Like it's just, I think people would appreciate like seeing how DJ actually like moves and goes throughout his like life.
Yeah.
That, and then also like I want to incorporate like the lifting, golf. I love golf. That's golf is a thing I love to do. So kind of like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like
so you're getting both. You're getting the lifestyle side of things, but then the job side of things too. And mixed into kind of all of the things that you still love to do.
Right. Like it's not going to be like what I'm doing day to day, but it's like if I have something going on, like let's document it.
Long form stuff is I feel like it's going to be what's going to take off too. I mean, so much of the short form stuff is huge, but it's like
it gets
use that short. Yeah.
But it doesn't pay the bills. People that do short form content, they have a harder time, getting brand deals.
Okay. Damn.
And unless you're, popping.
Yeah.
Like when we were popping, it was cool.
Yeah.
Like money was coming in, we were fine. But I know from experience that if you don't bring your personality into it, it's hard to make money.
What about streaming wise? Like are you looking to stream DJ sets, or what would you be streaming?
So I'm actually going to the NASCAR thing, and I have a filmer coming with me, one of my buddies. We're just going to live stream it.
Damn. All right.
On Kick.
Okay.
Just kind of getting my foot in the door, because like,
do the shit that all those big streamers are doing, right? Yeah.
It's never a good time. Like, it's scary or whatever to like start something new, because I've been around streamers when they're streaming, and it's kind of like, it's high stress.
Yeah, I feel like it would be, because it's like, dude, you say anything at any moment, like you could get canceled or.
Yeah, and you have to be active with the chat. You have to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like this whole thing. It's like, I've been around it, and it's high stress. It's not who they actually are. It's like, I'm not saying it's not who they are, but like, there's definitely a little bit of something you got to like change while you're on stream to make it like entertaining.
Yeah.
But also like when you're like stressed out like that, and you're, adding a little bit more to your personality, it's like you can't, if you get stressed out, you can't like just turn it off.
Yeah.
Like you just got to keep going.
Stop the stream.
Yeah. Stop the stream.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think it's time. Like I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, let's just start doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be. Damn, you're gonna need some good mics for doing a NASCAR with how fucking loud it is.
I know, and I was thinking we'll probably just turn that shit off like when the actual race starts.
Yeah.
Just like, because we're going down to the pit, we're doing like a couple it'll probably be like an hour, 2 hours of just like.
Yeah, I remember going last year. Like that was my first time going to a NASCAR race, and it's not so fucking unbelievably loud
the entire time.
Yeah,
because they start out and the first couple laps they're all together, and then they get broken up. So then every car is just.
It's just constantly there's cars coming around. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's get into some of these last little segments here. I'm gonna start with a segment we've been kind of running on all these past couple episodes called "Hear Me Out." So you got to give me a song that you're hearing in the club, you're playing now that you're a DJ.
Yeah.
Something that shouldn't go off, but it works every single time. Whether it's too cheesy, whether it's an overplayed song, shouldn't work in the club, but it kills it every time.
I mean, something that is overplayed and borderline cheesy at this point is No Broke Boys. Mm-hmm. But every goddamn time that song comes. Like in Mexico, the entire time the girls behind me play No Broke Boys, play No Broke Boys.
Yeah,
I'm like, I will. Don't worry. Like
it's coming. Don't worry.
Song fucking hits. But like I hear it all the time. Like I love that song.
Yeah,
like banger of a song, and it works every single time. And that Avello remix.
Yeah, where it dips down into a little trap beat. Yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah, that's what. So Kazes has that edit. Was one of the ones I sent over to you for Mexico to use, where it starts with the original and dips down into that Avello one.
Okay,
yeah.
I love that. I think that's one of the cleanest remixes, because I don't think a lot of those college kids heard that when I played in Mexico. Like when I played that, everyone was like, "Whoa!" So,
they go a little crazy for it too. Yeah, but it's wild to see like something that's that requested, and it's still like, I mean, coming up on a year old.
Yeah,
and it's still that hot. You could play it every single night of every single weekend, and it's still always going to work. It's a good one. That's one of those ones that I feel like will be one of those dance music classics that'll just kind of always work.
Yeah, like if you look at a classic that is way too old, that shouldn't work, that works every single time, is No Hands, Walk Flock. Mm-hmm. Every time.
Every time.
From my experience, not even just playing, but just watching, that song comes on, the club changes.
Yeah.
Every time.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because it's like that song's 20 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of these people that are 21 now, like
Weren't
barely
born.
even born when the song was out.
I know.
And still, that song has had such a generational run that like you still know what it is. You still listen to it. It somehow got to you 20 years later.
I know.
And it still is a song that you're like, I fucking love this
Same
song.
effect.
Yeah.
Like it's affecting generations. Mm-hmm. The same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That one will never get old. And Waka is the fucking man.
He is. He's the fucking man.
yeah.
He has some fucking heat songs.
Yeah. Great performer. Nicest dude. He's
Street
fucking
Party.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
Because he came to Barcelona and performed it. That
Twice. Yeah,
was
he's
like
been there twice.
one of the busiest I've seen Barcelona.
Dude, insane. Both times that he was there. One was on a Sunday night and he fucking packed it out. Yep. And then we obviously just had him like a month ago and it was awesome. Very, very good show. Well, let's get to this platform playlist. So every week I've been getting top 3 songs from all the guests, putting them onto a playlist, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, just getting all the music that we can so that way people can start to listen to the music from the guests that are on the show. So give me 3 songs that you're listening to, whether it's 3 songs you're listening to at the gym, 3 songs that you're playing out during your DJ sets, 3 songs that you're loving when you're at the club, whatever it is, just your 3 favorites right now.
I would say my favorite song at the moment would be Stone Cold Eyes by It's Murph.
Okay.
That song just does something to me.
Okay.
I played it in Mexico. It was my favorite song to play. I don't know what it is, but It's Murph crushes it. That'd be for sure one of the 3 songs. You probably know this. I brought this up to you a lot, but Cocaine and Some of My Blunts, Disco Lines, something about that song. I mean, it's a little bit older, but
Just makes you want to party, though.
makes me want to fucking party / DJ, yeah. And then third, I would say Circadian Rhythm by Drake.
Drake?
Speaking of
Nice.
language, like that song, I hear that song every time. I'm like, yeah, Drake's the man.
Yeah. He'll never miss, I don't think. So
Best ever do it.
those are 3 good ones. I'll get those added on here. Yeah, if you guys aren't already, make sure you guys are following the platform playlist. Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, whatever you're listening on. I know SoundCloud is one that we have to put music on there because not everything is on Apple Music and Spotify with some of the remixes that I get from guests on the show. So those are 3 good ones. We'll get those ones added.
Let's go.
Get those out for you. So
Stone Cold Eyes.
yeah,
There.
it's
Go.
Murph, Tennessee guy, Nashville guy.
Yeah.
Gotta love him. So that's awesome. Last thing we got to do, you got to put somebody on a platform. So it can be anyone. It could be a friend. It can be another DJ, another influencer, somebody that you want these listeners and these viewers to go check out, shine a little bit of spotlight on them.
Yeah, I would say just since the draft is coming up, I'm gonna have to shout out my boy Diego Pavia.
Nice.
I mean, he's got a huge week in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Going first round, I can feel it in my bones.
Just saw him on Gruden yesterday.
Yeah,
it was
I watched
fucking
it.
awesome. I got hyped up watching it.
Yep.
I was always a huge John Gruden fan when he was coach for the Bucks.
That guy loves football.
Yeah.
Loves ball.
Yeah, I wish he was still coaching the NFL right now. I would love to have him on the Packers.
Those damn emails, man.
Yeah. Guy got himself canceled, dude. But yeah, that's
Diego Pavia for sure. So they actually, one of his buddies hit me up to throw him a little draft party too.
nice.
So that'd be the night of
Where is he doing it out here?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, shout out Diego Pavia. I mean, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
First round, it's coming.
Awesome, dude. I hope he has a lot of success in the NFL.
Yeah, same.
Hoping that this draft goes well for him. I was just talking to him last week. He's training out in Tampa, and I was just out there. So
I don't know about his blonde hair though. I don't know about that decision.
No?
Did you see it?
it's all part of the look, baby.
Slim Shady, baby.
Yeah.
No, I fuck with him, man.
Just trying to change it up.
Yeah, it threw me off for a second. But
Yeah. Maybe maybe he knows where he's going already.
where would that be?
I don't know. Maybe it fits.
Blonde hair?
Yeah.
Bleach blonde hair? Yeah.
Ooh, beach blonde hair.
Yeah. Go to Tampa. Him in Tampa with Baker
Yeah.
off rip would be sick.
Yeah. The Vegas stuff, like ever since that came out, I'm just like, damn, like
Yeah.
somewhere. But they also just gave Kirk fucking a bag.
What do you mean?
Dude, that motherfucker's got the best agent in the world.
He's like the third most grossing football player of all time, and he's played like a fraction of what
Yeah.
Brady's played.
and like one playoff game win
Yeah.
ever. So he's whoever his agent is blackmailing the shit out of somebody somehow, dude. It's fucking insane. There's no reason that Kirk Cousins should be getting paid like this. But
No, 20. Was it 1 year? 20 mil? Yeah.
yeah,
And he just did the 4-year, like
170 million, some shit. Like it's insane, dude. It's
Yeah,
the deals that he's getting are crazy.
Yeah.
Man
shout out Kirk.
getting paid. But yeah.
That dude's got to figure it out.
Yeah, Diego's a good one. We'll get him on here. Hopefully, he's actually on here soon. He talked about being on the pod, so it'd be awesome to get him on here. Obviously, he's a little busy right now, so
He's got some things he's got to do.
yeah. But thank you, man. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down here. We'll get all of your socials on here so people can check you out, follow you,
Okay, camp.
come check you out to DJ.
Yeah, I'm actually going to Canada June 6th, playing Toronto and Montreal.
Nice.
So shout out Canada. I love Canadians.
I'll go do some whale watching out there.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
big time
sick.
whale watching out there.
Yeah,
that's what I've went whale watching out there. The orcas
yeah.
they know what they're doing.
That's what I would want to go do. Yeah. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Doing 2 shows in Canada, hopefully, both
Yep.
in June.
I think back-to-back nights. Yeah.
Okay.
6, 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay on the lookout for those then too. If you're a Canadian follower, I know I have a couple of them I got a couple Canadian DJs that follow me. So
Hey, I love Canadians.
yeah.
They're
And I know they're in Toronto too. So I have actually a couple in Toronto and Montreal. So I'll try and get you linked up with them when you get everything all set. So might even be venues that they already play at. So that'd be awesome. But yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time, coming to
thanks
sit
for having
down.
me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome to pick your brain and get a little bit about you out here to some of the listeners and hoping for a lot to come from you in the rest of this year and moving forward. So appreciate it, man.
The only way is up.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Appreciate you.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us a follow. Leave any comments in here for Kaleb. Anything you want to know from his perspective, let him know. Until then, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.
Check. Mic check. 1, 2.
Yo, is this thing on or what?